Welcome to Hot Drama TV.
From streetlight dreams to arena glory, how Liu Yuning turned a rain-soaked stage into a billion-yuan phenomenon. In the blazing spotlight of 2025, one name dominates both the digital world and the concert stage: Liu Yuning. His story reads like a modern fable of grit, talent, and timing. An 8-year climb from smoky bars and street corners to the grand domes of China's biggest arenas. But behind the cheers, the neon, and the headlines asking, "How much did Liu Yuning earn from one concert?" lies a far more fascinating tale, one that mirrors the transformation of Chinese pop culture itself. The boy who sang against the noise. Before the fame, before the fandom, before the modern brothers were even a name, Liu Yuning was just a kid from Dandong, a quiet border town between China and North Korea. Born in 1990, he grew up in a modest household. His father passed away early, his mother worked far from home, and his grandparents raised him with little more than perseverance and warmth. He wasn't a conservatory prodigy. He didn't have the money or the connections. At 16, he left school to train as a chef at the local culinary school. A year later, he was sweating over a hot stove, earning 800 yuan a month. That wasn't enough to buy dreams, but it was enough to buy survival. Then came the detours. He waited tables. He handed out flyers. He sang in dimly lit bars for tips, his voice competing with the clinking of glasses. On weekends, he performed in hot pot restaurants, standing beside the steam and the smell of chili oil, while customers occasionally looked up from their food. The audience was small, but the dream was large. He often said later in interviews, "Music was the only thing that made me feel like I still mattered." Modern Brothers. The birth of an internet miracle. In 2014, when most people were giving up on live streaming as a gimmick, Liu Yuning gathered a few local friends and formed Modern Brothers, Modong Shongdi. They weren't famous. They weren't rich. Their only stage was a cheap camera on YY Live, a Chinese streaming app that most mainstream musicians ignored. Then came Douyin, China's version of TikTok. Liu's cover of Zoma, and Jiang Zhanda, exploded across the platform. Within months, his follower count soared from 0 to millions. Suddenly, this boy from Dandong wasn't just singing into a phone. He was singing into the hearts of a generation raised online. By 2018, his songs had crossed the billion-play threshold. Talent agencies lined up at his door. Yet, when he held his first fan meeting, he refused to charge a single yuan for tickets. "They gave me everything," he said. "I just wanted to sing for them once for free." That year, he appeared on Singer, Grisol, a high-profile competition show. Standing in front of seasoned industry giants, he performed Jiang Zhanda and turned the entire studio silent. When the last note faded, everyone knew a new kind of voice had arrived. The band eventually split, as fame scattered their paths. But Liu never erased their name from his biography. "They were my beginning," he told one reporter. "Without them, there's no Liu Yuning." The reluctant star. A career beyond labels. Liu Yuning has often been described as the internet's most unexpected success. But his climb wasn't an accident, it was an evolution. He wrote and performed original songs like Paisan Dao Hai, Paisan Dal Ha, and Zijianren Japanrun, mixing rock's raw edge with the lyrical melancholy of folk. His lyrics were simple but powerful songs about ordinary people with extraordinary persistence. Fans saw themselves in his music. Flawed, tired, but unbroken. By 2020, Liu began acting. From the long ballad to the curtain of pearls, he played everything from brooding heroes to ordinary men with quiet depth. He never relied on his looks or fan traffic to carry a show. His acting, while understated, was real. And that earned him something rare in the Chinese entertainment world: credibility. Today, his social media followers exceed 20 million. His live streams often crash servers, and every brand wants him as their face. Yet his online persona remains grounded. No scandals, no arrogance. He still calls himself that kid from Dandong who loves to sing. 2025. The tour that shook the nation. When Liu announced his 2025 Liu Yuning National Tour on June 16, few predicted the storm that would follow. The first stop, Shenzhen's Universiade Center, was set for July 19 to 20. The venue holds over 12,000 people. Within half a second of tickets going live on Demai, 80% were gone. Fans camped out in internet cafes, refreshing browsers in synchronized chaos. Scalpers resold inner circle tickets for over 5,000 yuan, 3 times face value. Even typhoon warnings couldn't stop the flood of people. Under the rain, thousands of fans waved light sticks like electric stars. It wasn't just a concert, one fan wrote online. It felt like the storm was part of the performance. Then came Wuhan on August 2nd, Shanghai's Mercedes-Benz Arena in late September, and more dates waiting to be announced. Each venue sold out in minutes. Each night drew more than 15,000 people. With ticket prices averaging 800 yuan, the math is simple. One show grossed at least 12 million yuan. 2 nights in Shenzhen alone pulled over 20 million. Industry insiders estimate that the total box office for the entire tour could surpass 100 million yuan. But what mattered most wasn't the number, it was the experience. The show Sweat, Sound and Stardust. The setlist contained 36 songs. A journey through his past and present. From viral covers to original hits, from TV drama OSTs to rock anthems, the concert moved like a movie reel of his life. The stage production? Jaw-dropping. A star-filled laser show. Interactive LED screens that responded to fan chants. Real-time video mosaics of the audience forming Liu's face. It wasn't just a concert, a reviewer from People's Music Weekly wrote. It was a living artwork of devotion between an artist and his people. There was no lip-syncing, no backing track fakery. Only Liu's live voice, raw, powerful, sometimes trembling but always honest. He often ran across the stage, drenched in sweat, stopping only to whisper, "Thank you for still being here." And they were. Many fans had followed him since the barroom days, watching his rise from 800 yuan paychecks to multi-million yuan arenas. When he sang, "I came from nowhere but I sang anyway," the crowd answered. "And we heard you." Money, myth and meaning. So, the burning question, how much does Liu Yuning earn from one concert? Insiders estimate that after production costs, staff and taxes, he nets roughly 30 to 40% of total revenue per show. That's around 3 to 5 million yuan in personal income for a single night. Multiply that by 10 or more shows, and you're staring at a figure north of 30 million yuan, the kind of payday once reserved for superstars like Jay Chou or Jackie Chung. But Liu rarely flaunts it. He still posts photos of his hometown meals, still jokes with fans about saving money for instant noodles. To him, the success isn't about the luxury, it's about the legacy. "I don't sing to prove I'm rich," he once said on stage. "I sing to prove I didn't give up." Why Liu Yuning matters now. In a world where music idols are manufactured by algorithms and scandals, Liu Yuning feels like an accident of authenticity. He's not the best dancer, not the trendiest dresser, but he's real, and that's his rebellion. His rise also symbolizes a new model for the Chinese entertainment industry. One where online fame, if backed by real skill and persistence, can evolve into genuine artistry. He's proof that a net idol can become a national treasure. From street corners to sold-out arenas, from frying pans to microphone stands, Liu Yuning has rewritten what it means to make it in modern China. As the last song fades and the crowd still hums his melody, Liu stands alone under the lights. No tears, no fireworks, just a soft smile. "Thank you," he says, "for letting me sing this far." Outside, the city glows in the after-rain mist, and the fans slowly disperse, their voices still echoing his lyrics down the streets of Shenzhen and Shanghai. 8 years ago, he sang to survive. Today, he sings to inspire. And tomorrow, he'll sing again because that's what dreamers do.